K9WRS.
No signal, K9GCR, be clear. Good evening, Mike. How's my signal? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, sounds good. We'll be calling that here in about a couple minutes here. K9GCR, be clear. Well, good evening, everybody. It's 8 o'clock, and welcome to the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford. My name is Jim. My call is K9GCR. I'm located here in Freeport. I'll be your host this evening. The purpose of having this net is what the name applies, to have fun. This is what this hobby ranch radio is all about, in addition to providing emergency communications if when the situation warrants. A secondary purpose of this net is providing an on-air meeting place for all amateur radio operators. Everybody's welcome to check in. You do not have to be a member of any club, organization, group, or association participating in this net. All you need is a valid FCC license. This net meets each and every Friday evening at 8 p.m. This repeater is a PL 114.8 plus offset. You need to have that program into your radio in order to have access to the repeater. For those of you who may be using older radios that do not have PL capability, or if the PL on your radio is not working properly, you can check in the Friday Night Fun Net by using the repeater output frequency of the straight 195 simplex. If I hear you, I will nod you and check you into the net. This is the Friday Night Fun Net for Friday, August 25th, 2023. This net is being live streamed on the internet. Or those of you who may be listening on the internet and wish to check in, Mike, K9MED is doing the honors. check in with him, and he will in turn relay your internet check-in to me via the radio. And also, this net is being recorded for future replay on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. Those of you, after you get done with the net, your Mike at K9MED will post the net there, and then you can listen to it. You can also listen to past editions of the net. Okay, here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to take short-time remote stations. If you have traffic, you got family time going on, and you rather concentrate your driving, you can't stay with the net, we'll take your short-time remote stations. If you have traffic, we'll do your traffic right away. After we get done with short-time remote stations, we'll take general check-ins. First, we'll take general check-ins from northern Illinois. Next, we'll take general check-ins from southern Wisconsin. After that, we'll take general check-ins from anywhere in northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin. When you check in the net, state whether or not you have traffic. Your traffic consists of breakfasts, bike rides, marathons, or ham-fests. And next, also we'll do the Friday Night Fun Net Tech Corner. Do you have any technical questions? What kind of antenna do you want to put up on your tower? Are you having a problem with your power supply or amplifier? What kind of radio do you want to buy? Mobile, base, all mode, APRS, FT8, or what have you? If you have any technical questions, please feel free to ask them. We'll do our best to answer them for you. Then we'll do the Friday Night Fun Net DX Corner. Did you make any DX contacts this week? We would love to hear about them. So then we'll have our swap net. You have any items to buy, sell, or trade at one related to hobbies, ranch, radio, computer, please feel free to do that. The topic tonight, as you know, school has started in most areas of our region, especially in the state of Illinois. I'm going to ask the question. Are you in favor of starting school in the middle or at the end of August, or are you in favor of going back to the way we used to do, starting school in September after Labor Day? That's what we'll talk about tonight. So I had 25 check-ins last week, so that was a good turnout. We'll see what happens tonight. Okay. Now, with all the so-called formalities out of the way, let's get underway. Do we have any short-time mobilizations who would like to check in? Please call now.
K9TZT, Larry.
W9JTC, gonna check in short time, Jimmy. Have a great net, sir.
AC9NW, short time, no traffic.
Oscar Tango Charlie, short time. Good evening, Jimmy.
Short time, 73 QST.
Okay, we have several stations trying to come in at the same time there. K9KGT, Larry and Rockford, I got you checked in short time. Southern, have a good evening. We'll catch you tomorrow night on the Rag2 net. W9JTC, Jamie and Rockford, I got you checked in the short time. I sent the check to HRO Milwaukee is in the mail. They've got the radio ready to ship. They told me as soon as the check arrives, they'll ship it to me. Thanks, Jamie. H9NW, Tom and Roscoe, I've got you checked in. Short time, 7-3. Have a good evening. Thanks for checking in. We have a couple of other stations that are trying to check in short time. Other stations, come back, please.
Alpha 9, Victor Uniform, Michael in Janesville, 763 QST.
7-3 to you, Mike and Janesville, 89VU. I've got you checked in. Have a good evening. Enjoy your weekend. Now, there was still another station trying to check in. I only caught the last part of your call. Other station, come back, please. Okay, any more are there any more short-time mobilizations who'd like to check in? Please call now.
From Rochelle, downtown. Hopefully you can hear me, Jimmy.
Last station trying to check in from Rochelle. I did not catch your call, but there's a lot of flutter there with your signal. Come on back. Okay, can anybody go to the input and get that call? For whatever reason, I'm not able to copy you at all. Let's try that one more time, please. Okay, that last station in Rochelle, I'll tell you what. Give me a call on the Friday Night Fun Net hotline, area code 815-232-FN, 232-3636. I'll take your checking over the phone.
How about now, Jimmy? Oh, why?
Unable to copy. You might want to increase your power or change location, please. Oh, I'm sorry. We're gonna move on. Sorry, awful sorry about that. Okay. If I just wanted to mention, if you're on the 6, you can hear the repeater. You can't get to it due to conditions, or you're too far away from it, or you don't have internet access. Give me a call on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Online, area code 815-232-FNSS. 232-3636, local report number. I'll take your checking over the phone, but try to check it on the radio first. Okay, any more short-time mobilizations would like to check in? Please call now.
I'll be short-time Jimmy, W9AXD Janesville. Good evening.
Hey, Jimmy, I don't know if you got me earlier or not. N9OTC, Rockford.
All right, 2 more stations check in. W9AXD Chad and Janesville got you checked in. Great simplex that you did last night. And N9OTC John Rockford. Okay, that was you trying to check in. Okay. I got you down, John. So, have a good evening. Thanks for checking in. Any more short-time mobilization when I check in, please call now.
KC9 QPL, Paul on low sport, short time tonight, 73.
I've got you checked in. Sylvie, have a good evening. You enjoy your weekend. Talk to you down the log. Any more short-time mobilizations want to check in, please call now.
N9-6, Bob, here at Freeport, Jimmy, about a mile west of you. Short timer.
N9DXK, Bob here in Freeport, about a mile west of me. Okay, Bob, we got you checked in. 73, have a good evening, and thank you for checking in. Any more short-time mobilizations from the Friday Night Fun Net, please call now.
November 9, Golf, Viewing, Mobile, Rochelle, Jimmy, you got me now?
And Austin, was that you trying to check in?
Roger, roger.
Okay, that explains it then. That's why I can hear. N9GLY, Austin, that's down in Rochelle, EC down in Ogle County. I've got you checked in. 73, drive safely there, Austin. We'll talk to you down the log. Thanks for checking in. Any more short-time mobilizations for the Friday Night Fun Net, please call now.
PC9 GCR. This is Kilo Delta 9, Kilo Whiskey Romeo, Don and Beloit. I have no traffic, Jimmy. 73 and have good one.
Okay, Don, KD9, KWR, Don up in Beloit. Okay, got you checked in, Don Sudbury. Have a good evening. Thanks for checking in. Any more short-time mobilizations for the Friday Night Fun Net, please call now. Oh, we have quite a few short time stations tonight. Let's see. Oh, by the way, I've got Norm K9RGG. I put him down as an early bird check-in. So, okay. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 short time stations checked in. Okay. Now let's move to general check-ins. At this time, I will take general check-ins from Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun Net. Please call now.
KD9YBG, no traffic.
K9YBG, Dale and Robert got you checked in. Dale, I'll get back to you a few minutes around. Dale, thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
KC9GCR, W9AXD Manton, Rockford, no traffic.
W9AXD Manton, Rockford, got you checked in. I talked to Tony early today, so he's doing he had no problem with his speech there, so in school today, so that sounds good. We'll get back to you in a few minutes around table there. Matt, thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois with the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
KD9YUK.
KD9YUK. Tony and Rockford, we got you checked in. The new kid on the block there. He just got his license a few days ago. Welcome to the Friday Night Fun Net, Tony. This net meets each and every Friday evening at 8 p.m. on this repeater. Thanks for checking in. We'll get back to you a few minutes around table. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins for Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
KD9MED, Mike and Rochelle.
K9MED, Mike and Rochelle. Okay, Mike, got you checked in. Mike is live streaming this net on the internet. It's going out all over the world. Also, he's also recording this net for future replay on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. Go to Friday Night Fun Net Central, punch in your call sign, enter your call sign, and follow the instructions, and you're in business. You want to hear this net later on tonight after it's posted or a past edition of the Friday Night Fun Net. Okay, sounds good. Thanks for checking in, Mike. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, at this time, I'll take general check-ins from southern Wisconsin. Any general check-ins from southern Wisconsin would like to check in? Please call now. This is KC9GCR with the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting from Friday Night Fun Net Central in Freeport. Okay, any more? Do we have any general check-ins from southern Wisconsin would like to check in? Please call now. Well, this is Friday Night Fish right now in Wisconsin. Everybody's at their favorite bar, restaurant, tavern, eating their catfish, buffalo, carp, bullhead, northern pike, walleye, muskie, crappies, or what have you, bluegills. Those of you in Milwaukee area, you're eating your Polish sausages, hot dogs, brats, kielbasa, and Braunschweiger. Of course, they're tailgating out, of course, out in American Family Field. The Brewers are playing. I don't know what the score what the score is, but okay. Those of you cheese will ever eat some of that famous Wisconsin cheese. Okay. Do we have any stations from anywhere in northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin would like to check in? Please call now. Okay, we'll move. We'll take more seconds later on. We'll move into the traffic segment here. I don't have any traffic for the net. Does any station have any traffic they'd like to pass along for the net? Please go ahead. Okay, well, no traffic, so let's go ahead and move to the Friday Night Fun at Tech Corner. So this is our tech segment. This is where if anybody is free to ask any technical questions, we'll do our best to answer them for you. Are you having a problem with your power supply or amplifier? What kind of an antenna do you want to put up on your tower? What kind of radio do you want to buy? Base, mobile, all mode, APRS or FT8. If you have any technical questions, please feel free to ask them. We'll do our best to answer them for you. Does anybody have any technical questions they'd like to bring for the net? Okay, well, we'll move on to the Friday Night Fun Net DX Corner. Did you make any DX contacts this week? I did not make any. I wonder if anybody else did. Does anybody have any DX contacts that they'd like to pass along? Please go ahead.
KD9MED.
KD9MED. Good evening, Kerry. We got back to. Let me check you in. We got the new kid on the block here. Tony, KD9YUK. You already checked in. He's a junior at Harlem High School. He checked into this set for the very first time. He got his license earlier this week.
This is KD9MED. Well, congratulations to Tony. I saw the post on the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page. And welcome aboard. Thanks, Jimmy, and good evening, everybody. This was a good week for DX. On Tuesday, I noticed that on the FM broadcast band, there was just a tremendous amount of skip. So I assume that Sporadic E was working that day. In this month's QST, there's an excellent article about Sporadic E. I recommend it. Brief reset. I was on the air for 11 hours this week. I made 112 contacts in 20 countries. I didn't get any new countries, but I got some good contacts here. Wednesday morning was especially good. I heard 20 Chinese stations in 5 hours on Wednesday morning. I counted them, I'm not exaggerating, 20 different Chinese stations, and I did manage to get one of them to come back to me, BA3KY in Zhejiang City. Brief reset. That was on 15 meters. The most distant contact was YB1MA, also on 15 meters at a distance of 9,800 miles. He's in Indonesia. And I got another North Korea, or another South Korea, excuse me, another South Korean station. That makes 3 or 4, I think. HL2IFR. Brief reset. In the United States, I worked station November 4, Foxtrot Juliet Bravo, and I just wanted to mention him because I love his call sign. The big ones that got away this week, UK7AL in Tashkent and JT1BV in Mongolia. I heard that guy in Mongolia for hours, and he was loud sometimes, and he just never came back to me. I must have tried a dozen times. That's it. Thanks a lot, KD9MED.
Well, Gary, you sure had a mouthful there with working all those stations. I think that was definitely great. I know. Oh yeah, the bands were really wide open there because I think it was Monday night or so. I think I talked to a station in New Lenox, Illinois, but it was on the 146730 repeater in the DeKalb. So a PL 100.0 minus offset. So that was of course that's the repeater with the Kishwaukee Radio Club holds this Monday evening then at 8:30 on that frequency. But yeah, I think we talked for about 15-20 minutes. So that was about really the only contact I made. You want to call it that?
Well done. Yeah, it was. We had a very low level of geomagnetic field activity earlier this week, and like I said, the FM broadcast band, I was listening to that on the drive into Chicago on Tuesday morning, and there was something on every slot, on every FM slot. Usually there's a bunch of dead ones, but this time there was they were all filled up, and it was hard to listen to one station because you'd drive a mile and then another station would cover it. So, good week. KD9MED.
That is terrific. That is terrific. Congratulations. Tony K9YUK was saying he wants to upgrade to a general, and he can make contacts with all these stations. When he was here in Freeport for the BE testing, he answered 15 questions correctly on the general test. So that's good.
Well, a technician can operate CW on the major bands, can't he?
Oh yeah, I don't see why not. Of course, in on the 10-meter band, there's from 28.3 to 28.5 megahertz. There's a portion there for the technicians to operate there on that portion of that band too.
Yeah, there's plenty of DX on 10 meters these days. I don't work it all that often, but I know from the spotter maps that it's there. Yeah, and I don't know what the technician restrictions are on the data modes like FT8. I guess I'd have to look that up, but yeah, and the general isn't that hard, really, guys. You know, go for it. KD9MED.
Yep, I got into this hobby in 2004, and I did not make it to general until 2018. So that's about it there. So that's good there. I guess we got some QSO parties coming up probably next month. Let's see, the Pennsylvania QSO party and New York QSO party and what have you. That'd be great. So, okay, thanks for giving us your DX report there, Terry. Does anybody else have any DX reports they'd like to pass along? Okay, next we're going to go into the SWAT test. All items to be box order traded must be related to hobbies of raft radio or computers. All items to be box order traded must be the property of or possession of the person who wants to get rid of stuff. We mentioned prices over the air by any haggling should take place either in person or the telephone. Also, no commercial business of any kind is allowed. Does anybody have any SWAT net traffic they'd like to pass along?
N9ZO.
N9ZO, good evening, Richard. What you got for us?
Well, I still got a 1,000-foot roll of TWS 400, which is 50 ohms with an outside OD of 0.405, indoor-outdoor braided coax black BE jacket, solid centered core, T-braid with foil, 1-inch bend radius, and it's flex, so it's not the super flex, but it's the flex. Anybody interested, I'll sell it from 1 foot to 1,000 foot, whatever you want it cut off to. And 9ZO back to net. Phone number here is 815-547-8686.
Okay, thank you very much for that swap net traffic there, Richard. Oh, by the way, are you going to have any tickets available for the Radio Expo?
They don't take care of, I don't get anything from them. I just, when I want mine, I go out Saturday morning while they're setting up and get them the day before. If anybody's really pressed hard, I could probably pick up a few extra and leave them at the gate like I've done in the past, but I don't like to do that all the time because we don't have a lot of reliable hams. They have me get them and then they don't want to pay for them. So I haven't been doing that lately. N9ZO.
Oh, I understand, Richard. Yeah, that's the way it goes there sometime. Okay, I was just curious. Thanks, Richard, for bringing that swap net traffic. All right. I have some swap net traffic myself, but before I do, anybody else have any swap net traffic that I can pass along? Okay, this piece of swap net traffic is from John, KD9OVJ in McConnell, Illinois. He has for sale, it's a Yaesu FT991A. It's all mode radio. It has the original, comes in the original box, and it still has the owner's manual. It's never been used. He is asking $1,000 or best offer. You can give, if you want that rate, you give him a call at area code 815-821-4193. Area code 815-821-4193. Again, he has for sale a Yaesu FT991A. All mode radio. Never been used. Comes in the original box, has the owner's manual. He's asking $1,000 or best to offer. Again, you can contact him at area code 815-821-4193. Area code 815-821-4193. Okay. So, does anybody else have any swamp net traffic you'd like to pass along? Last station trying to check in. Unable to copy. I hear your voice, but that's it. You might want to increase your power or change the location, please. I'm sorry, I'm not able to pull you out at all. Can any station go to the input and see whether you can relay that station to me? I'm not able to copy at all. One more time. Let's try it again, please. Maybe you might want to move to a better location and I can copy you then. So let's try that one more time, please. can anybody get a copy on that station? I can't read him at all. It's too much noise.
Jimmy, the station's mobile, but can't quite make them out. WX9W.
I copied you better that time. Try that again, please. I'm sorry. Better luck next time. We're just not able to pull you out at all. Thanks for trying anyway. If we have any more stations who'd like to check the Friday Night Fun Net, please call now. Stand by hotline. This is K9GCR with the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net, Chuckler Freeport. That was John, KC9DDF in Elgin, Illinois. That was him on the phone. That was him trying to get into the repeater. I put him down. I didn't put him down as the hotline checking. I didn't use my red pen, so I'll just put him. Since you tried to get in on the radio, I'll use my black pen. So okay. Any more stations want to check in, please call now. Okay. Now, are you in favor of starting school in August, and mid or late August, while it's still hot and humid, or are you in favor of starting school in September, like it used to be years ago? All right. KD9YBG. Dale, what do you say?
Well, I kind of think I'd get better when I got out the first week in June and then come back after Labor Day. When I was going to school, my cousins in Wisconsin got off, and well, it was let me see, the end of May, and I always thought they were lucky, but then they always had to go back to school then end of August. So I think it's kind of better June to after Labor Day. KD9YBG, back to net.
I agree with you wholeheartedly, yes. Well, you know, in Wisconsin, that's the law up there, too. They cannot start school until September 1st, or after. So that's the way it should be here, yes. Okay, Dale, thanks for your comments there. W9AXD, Matt, what do you say?
KC9GCR, W3MBX. Yeah, Labor Day to Memorial Day. I think that's a good thing. If I recall, that's what I did when I was in school. You know, I might be mistaken because I can't remember that far back, but I think that was always a good thing, right? This will probably be my last transmission. I'll hang out for a while, but listen, I want to say 73s to everybody. Welcome, Tony, to the Friday Night Fun Net. Glad to have you here, and we'll go back to net.
Okay, sounds good there, Matt. Hey, 73, you have a good evening, and thanks for checking in. Maybe we'll catch you tomorrow night on the Saturday evening ride through net. So, okay. All right, now, speaking of the boy of the hour, KD9YUK. IOUG you just started school. You're a junior, and I just want to say, do you like starting school in the middle of or at the end of August, or would you rather go to start after Labor Day?
KD9YUK. I'd have to say I prefer at the end of August.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, it's 2-1 in favor of starting school after Labor Day. Oh, okay. And how did that speech go today?
I did all right. Didn't have to go for too long because there was a whole bunch of people waiting after me.
That's good. Congratulations. Okay, Tony. Hey, thanks for checking in. You are really going to enjoy this net. I know you've listened to this net before. So, okay, that's the first time you got to check in. So, okay, thanks for checking in, Tony. And bring in your comment. KD9MED, Mike and Rochelle, what do you say? Are you in favor of starting school in the mid to late August, or starting school after Labor Day?
KD9MED here. I'll go with starting after Labor Day. Seems like a lot of other countries and stuff even have less years of school than we do. KD9MED, back to net.
Okay, 3-1 in favor of starting school after Labor Day. Sounds good there. Mike, let me know if you get any internet check-in. Carrie, KD9MED. Carrie, I know you've gone to school in the Chicago public schools. Stand by hotline. Okay, this is K9G started Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Central here in Freeport. That was Pat, KD9SD, or Keep Finding 9 Silver Dollars. Checking in from Warren, Illinois. Checking out the Friday Night Fun. Is your that telephone ring, folks? Twice as that. That's a real telephone ring, folks, not that phony baloney cell phone ring. Okay, now getting back, Harry, K9MED. I know you attended the Chicago public schools. I think you always start in September, and you got out in June. What do you say? Are you in favor of starting school at the middle or the end of August, or starting school after Labor Day?
This is KD9MED. Well, I've got an unpopular opinion here, Jimmy. I think that we should eliminate summer vacation here in the United States, or at least put it up to local school boards to vote on it. Increase the school year from 180 days a year to 240 days a year until the academic performance of our nation improves somewhat. That's it. Don't throw tomatoes. Sorry. KD9MED.
Okay, Kerry. Sounds good. That sounds good. Okay, thanks. Everybody's got their own opinions, folks. So let's not get nasty. In our political world, people getting nasty back and forth. You know what happened the past few days with our former president. That's all I'll say about it. Okay, N9CO, Richard. Now, I know you're probably a graduate of the Belvedere school system. I know you always start school after Labor Day and got out in June. So, what do you say? Are you in favor of starting school in August, middle or late August, or you want to go back to starting it after Labor Day?
Well, Jimmy, they could put me in jail for what I think. But I'm just going to make a comment about 4 years ago, I think maybe it was 5 years ago, the school board wanted to start school in the middle of August before the Boone County and Winnebago County fairs were over, not realizing that some of them kids have animals that they show at the fair, and they spend all year getting them ready for it. So until, like the one gentleman just said to you, they need to go 240 days and bring the academics up. But when they bring the academics up, they're going to take another 10 years before they got the teachers teaching it. So we got about a 30-year program to get this turned around, if we can get it turned around. It seems like everybody today only thinks of themselves. They got a one-person agenda and could care less about the mass. That's all I'm going to say, Jimmy. I just don't think the teaching is as good as it was 30 and 40 and 50 years ago. N9ZO.
Boy, ain't that the truth. And I'll tell you what, we had a one ham radio operator several years ago. He's a silent key now. He was saying, he said, Jim, you know what we ought to do? If the kids of today, what would be like if the kids of today, the high school students of today, had the teachers that we had back in high school? And I said, I will guarantee you there would be no contest. So there'd be the kids would find out who the boss was. Okay, Richard. Hey, thanks for your comments and thanks for checking in. Okay, that concludes my list. Are there any more stations wishing to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? You're coming home with your Friday night fish fries, steak fry, grocery shopping, or the show. If you just just turn your radio on, or you've been copying the mail for the last 45 minutes, this is your chance of checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Remember the region. With ground traffic, we call K9 GCR.
KD9EPZ.
KD9CFL.
Okay, station, I got 3 stations that's checking in. K9EPZ, Al and Rochelle, I've got you checked in. KC9 CFL, Mike and Roxton, I've got you checked in. And K9YI, Scott and Monroe, I've got you checked in. Scott, I'll get back to you in a couple minutes here. You might want to switch over to the input, but I'm barely making you out on the repeater. I'll get back to you in a few minutes. Al, K9EPZ, we're talking about, are you in favor of starting school in August in the middle to late August, or are you in favor of starting in after Labor Day?
I'll tell you something, and I don't remember, it's been so many years, and maybe one of the other gentlemen who did teaching could help with it, but I don't remember, they used to do it in Arizona when I lived there, where there was no vacation. Everybody got their vacation time, but they were alternating. In other words, where you would be like a third of the school got it for 3 months, and then another third of the school got it for 3 months, something like that. I wish I could remember what it was, but it was depending on which class you were in is when you got your vacation.
Okay, sounds good. Now, I remember a few years ago there was a school in the Rockford area. I think it was Haskell School. They tried year-round school. I don't know if they're doing that anymore or not, but they did try that a few years ago.
I can't remember it. Well, obviously, I didn't have any kids old enough to go to school back then. I'm talking about, back in early 80s. So, and my oldest was born in 79. But I remember from neighbors and stuff, it used to be that way, where not everybody got the same 3 months of vacation. They were getting different 3 months of vacation. Some got them in the winter.
Oh, okay, sounds good. That's interesting.
I'm trying to remember how they did it, because it was done for capacity reasons. So they didn't, I don't remember what it was, but it's something to do with the capacity that they could have more kids in school doing it that way.
Okay, sounds good. That's very interesting now. Okay, hey, thanks for checking in, and I want to go to Mike, K9CFL. Mike, what do you think? Are you in favor of starting school in mid to late August, or are you in favor of starting school after Labor Day?
KD9CFL, I always thought that you should start it after Labor Day. What's the point of going for a week or a week and a half, and then you got to be, a day off? I also I like the all year round school. I agree with Al to an extent. I went to school all year long because I went to a private school in Indiana, and we just got longer breaks. So instead of a 1 week spring break, we got a 2. Instead of 2 weeks for Christmas, we got 3 or 4. Our summer break was like 3-4 weeks, something like that. So you don't lose as much, you don't forget as much in between the time periods. So KD9CFL, back to you, Jimmy. Oh, I also have some stuff for sale when you do the swap net. So just an FYI.
Hey, I'll tell you what I'll do. Mike, let me get to K9YI in Monroe, and when I get done, I'll come back to you so you can go ahead with your swap net traffic.
That sounds amazing, Jimmy. KD9CFL, back to control.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, now, thanks for checking in, by the way. KC9YI, Scott Monroe, what's going on with you?
Did we lose him?
Okay, sounds good. In case you're wondering, people, Scott, K9YI is checking in on the input, on the straight 195 simplex. He has a problem getting into the repeater. So that's why for some you probably can't hear him. So, okay, thanks for checking in there, Scott. We'll catch you on the net this coming Sunday night there. In the meanwhile, I gotta go back to K9CFL there, and so okay. Scott, Celery, have a good evening. Talk to you Sunday.
Amen.
Okay, Sam, does somebody have a comment? Go ahead.
He was talking on the output, or what they used to call talk around. And I could hear him. I don't know why the repeater isn't getting him. I could hear him here.
All right, you're right about that. I forgot this. Oh, okay, thanks.
I just can't figure out why he's having so much trouble getting in the repeater. He's making it to Rochelle. I had to open my squelch so I could hear him.
Oh, okay, sounds good. Thanks, sir. Okay, let's, thanks, Al. Okay, Mike, K9CFL, you had SwapNet traffic. What do you got for us?
KD9CFL, I am selling a Yaesu FT817, not the 817N or ND, just an 817. I have accessories for it. Works just fine. Somebody is more than welcome to test it. I have the case, side rails, and some batteries and little things for it. If anybody's interested, you can give me a call at 815-668-3768. Once again, my number is 815-668-3768. And I'm trying to get $400 out of it, but it's $400 your best offer. So, KC9, CFL, back to you, Jimmy.
Now that phone number is 815-668, is it 3766 or 3768?
3768. 3768.
Okay. My K9CFL has for sale a Yaesu FT817 radio with accessories. He's got also a side reel and what have you. He's asking $400. If you want to contact him, you can contact him at the area code 8. No. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's right. Area code 815-668-3768. Area code 815-668-3768. Anybody have any questions concerning this piece of equipment for sale? Okay, as the late great Russ Love, N9LFS, he's founder of our Stevens County Repeater Association, Wednesday in SwapNet would say. I hope your phone rings off the hook, Mike.
Thanks a lot, Jimmy. I do accept text at that number as well. If somebody would rather text back and forth, that's perfectly fine. Thanks, Jimmy.
You're welcome. Okay, I hope you have lots of luck getting rid of that. Sounds good. Okay. Hey, we're not a formal net. We can have SwapNet traffic anytime we want on this net, so it don't matter. So, all right. Any more stations wishing to check in the Friday Night Fun net, please call now. Oh, here's a radio nut joke for you, Mike. This is from Rob, NA9 in Glorious, Wisconsin. He used to hear, he just all but disappeared. I haven't talked to him in a cooling station, but he's got several other, quite a few radio nut jokes here, but here's one. You know you're a radio nut when your idea of a dream vacation is a de-expedition to North Korea.
Nice.
Okay, Mike, thanks, and hopefully you get that taken care of. You get the phone, like I said, hopefully your phone rings off the hook. So, okay. Any more stations wishing to check in the Friday Night Fun net, please call now. Okay, let me get all my papers straightened out here. Oh boy, ain't that the way it goes? Alright. Oh, one moment, please. I didn't mean to have the mic key. Sorry about that. Okay, one moment, please. Okay, this is K9 Chart, the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater and Rocker. Okay, now we're gonna do Friday Night Fun Net trivia. This is for the benefit of those who are studying for their first ham radio licenses. By the way, VE testing session will take place at the Radio Expo on the Sunday, September 24th, from 9 a.m. until noon. VE testing session will take place at Radio Expo in Belvedere from 9 a.m. until noon. Now, we also, just a minute. We also have one. I think it was on the first Saturday of October. Let's see now. October 7th at 12:30 p.m. at the Freeport Public Library. So that's about it. Those are the only two VE testing sessions that I'm aware of. All right. Let's find the one here. Oh, I think I already... I'm trying to avoid reading the same questions all the time. I don't want to do that. All right. I'll find some... Yeah. Sorry about this, folks. I just gotta be careful. Whiz. All right. First question, when the control operator is not the station licensee, who is responsible for the proper operation of the station? A, all licensed amateurs who are present at the operation. B, only the station licensee. C, only the control operator. D, the control operator and the station licensee. When the control operator is not the station licensee, who is responsible for the proper operation of the station? A, all licensed amateurs who are present at the operation. B, only the station licensee. C, only the control operator. D, the control operator and the station licensee. Anybody have a correct answer to this question?
Bravo.
You cut yourself off. Repeat that, please.
B, Bravo.
Sorry, that is not correct. That is not correct. Anybody else want to give it a try? All right, I'm going to read this question one more time. When the control operator is not the station licensee, who is responsible for the proper operation of the station? A, all licensed amateurs who are present at the operation, and when we'll skip B, Bravo. C, only the control operator. D, the control operator, and the station licensee. Anybody have a correct answer to this question?
D Delta.
Bell. I believe it's A, Alpha.
Alright, somebody mentioned that D Delta. D Delta is correct. When the control operator is not the station licensee, who is responsible for the proper operation of the station? The correct answer is D Delta, the control operator, and the station licensee. 97.103A. The station owner is responsible for limiting access to the station only to responsible licensees who will follow the FCC rules. Note that the FCC will presume the station licensee to be the control operator unless there is a written record to the contrary. And radio license manual, page 8-2. Okay, we'll find another one here. Okay, what does the term traffic refer to in net operation? A, messages exchanged by net stations. B, the number of stations checking in and out of a net. C, operation by mobile or portable stations. D, request to activate the net by a served agency. What does the term traffic refer to in net operations? A, messages exchanged by net stations. B, the number of stations checking in and out of a net. C, operation by mobile or portable stations. D, request to activate the net by a served agency. Anybody have the correct answer to this question?
KT9CFL, is it A, Jimmy? A is in Alpha?
Referred to a net operation. Correct answer is A, Alpha, messages exchanged by net stations. Messages passed over the air that follow a set formal structure are called traffic. Exchanging messages is called the traffic handling. Amarillo License Manual, page 6-16. Did you read this? Okay. What effect does multi-path propagation have on the data transmissions? A, transmission rates must be increased by a factor equal to the number of separate paths observed. B, transmission rates must be decreased by a factor equal to the number of separate paths observed. C, no significant changes will occur if the signals are transmitted using FM. D, error rates are likely to increase. What effect does multi-path propagation have on the data transmission? A, transmission rates must be increased by a factor equal to the number of separate paths observed. B, transmission rates must be decreased by a factor equal to the number of separate paths observed. C, no significant changes will occur if the signals are transmitted using FM. D, error rates are likely to increase. Anybody correct answer to this question? This is K9RFD Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford. Transmitting from Friday Night Fun Net Central and Freeport. Okay. What effect does multi-path propagation have on data transmission? The correct answer is D delta. Error rates are likely to increase. Distortion caused by multi-path can cause VHF and UHF digital data signals to be received with a higher error rate, even though the signal may be strong. Amarillo License Manual, page 4-1. What band is best suited for communicating via meteor scatter? A, 33 centimeters, B, 6 meters, C, 2 meters, D, 70 centimeters. What band is best suited for communicating via meteor scatter? A, 33 centimeters, B, 6 meters, C, 2 meters, D, 70 centimeters. Anybody have correct answer to this question? Okay, what band is best suited for communicating via meteor scatter? The correct answer is D, Bravo, 6 meters. The best band for meteor scatter is 6 meters, and contacts can be made at distances up to 1,200 and 1,500 miles. And radio license manual page 4-3. Okay, I don't know how many of you use D-Star or not, but I'm going to read this question anyway. Which of the following must be programmed into a D-Star digital transceiver before transmitting? A, your call sign. B, your output power. C, the codec type being used. D, all these choices are correct. Which of the following must be programmed into a D-Star digital transceiver before transmitting? A, your call sign. B, your output power. C, the codec type being used. D, all of these choices are correct. Anybody correct to answer this question? Okay. Which of the following must be programmed into a D-Star digital transceiver before transmitting? The correct answer is A, alpha, your call sign. In the D-Star system, your call sign must be programmed into the transceiver in order to be able to transmit. Ham radio license manual page 6-13. Okay, which of these components can be used as an electronic switch? A, varistor. B, potentiometer. C, transistor. D, thermistor. Which of these components can be used as an electronic switch? A, varistor. B, potentiometer. C, transistor. D, thermistor. Anybody correct to answer this question? Okay. Which of these components can be used as an electronic switch? Correct answer is C, Charlie, transistor. With the appropriate external circuit and a source of power, transistors can amplify or switch voltages and currents. Using small signals to control or amplify larger signals is called gain. Hammering the license manual on page 3-10. Okay, with the bad conditions being as they were, I think I'll read this question. What would cause a broadcast AM or FM radio to receive an APS radio transmission unintentionally? A, the receiver is unable to reject strong signals outside the AM or FM band. B, the microphone gain of the transmitter is turned up too high. C, the audio amplifier of the transmitter is overloaded. D, the deviation of an FM transmitter is set too low. What would cause a broadcast AM or FM radio to receive an amateur radio transmission unintentionally? A, the receiver is unable to reject strong signals outside the AM or FM band. B, the microphone gain of the transmitter is turned up too high. C, the audio amplifier of the transmitter is overloaded. D, the deviation of an FM transmitter is set too low. Anybody correct to answer this question? Okay, now somebody's is transmitting, unable to copy. Let's try that one more time. Okay, what would cause a broadcast AM or FM radio to receive an amateur radio transmission unintentionally? The correct answer is A, alpha. The receiver is unable to reject strong signals outside the AM or FM band. Well, folks, I think that's going to do it for the trivia segment tonight. We'll pick it up again next Friday night. At this time, we have any more stations who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net. Please go now. Okay, at this time, I'm going to give you a rundown of all the other nets we have in the area. About 45 minutes at 10 o'clock. If you are able to pick up the 443.750 repeater in Chicago, PL 114.8 plus offset, you hear the Night Watch net. That net runs 7 nights a week. A couple times this week I was able to check in. And in fact, last night, Net Control tried to call me. They must have thought I was checking in, but I did not check in last night. They called me twice. So, okay. Again, 10 p.m., 443.750 repeater Chicago, PL 114.8 plus on Night Watch net. That net runs 7 nights a week. If you can't get in the repeater, they do have EchoLink capability. Don't forget the Saturday evening rag tune net tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. on this repeater. I don't know who will be net control. I believe it was Larry K9HKX will be net control next tomorrow night. And we go around a few times. We rag tune. Sometimes net control can bring up a subject. You want to talk about that, fine. If not, you can bring up something else. So we go around about 2 or 3 or 4 times. That's what we do, rag tune. That's what the net's all about. Saturday evening rag tune net, tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. on this repeater. Sunday evening at 7:30 p.m. on the 145.110 repeater in Monroe with a PL of 123.0 minus offset. The Green County area races net airs. Scott K9YI is net control. I think K9TNU Brandon was net control last week. He and Scott alternate. So Scott will be net control this coming Sunday night. At 8 p.m. on Sunday evenings on the 147.375 repeater in Belvedere. PL 100.0 plus that's Big Thunder Amp Radio Club. And Belvedere holds its Sunday evening net. At Sterling, Also at 8 p.m. on the 146.850 repeater in Sterling with a PL 114.8 miles offset. The Whiteside County Aries Racing Group holds its Sunday evening net. Okay, let's see. Monday evenings at 7 p.m. on this repeater, we have the Monday night rah-rah info net. Yeah, I was net control this past Monday, so Larry, K9KZT will be net control this coming Monday. Let me see. At 8 p.m. on the 146.970 repeater in the Dixon with a PL of 82.5 miles offset, the Lee County Aries Racing net held. There was another repeater coming in on that frequency. It was so strong that I was not able to hear the Lee County net. That's not unusual. And also at 8:30 p.m. on the 146.730 repeater in DeKalb with a PL 100.0 miles offset, the Kishwaukee Ham Radio Club holds its Monday evening net. Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. on this repeater, we have the first of the two held second social nets. Larry, AC9 and the GO is net control of that station. I think, Larry, K9KZT filled in from this past Tuesday. We inquire how everybody's doing health-wise, and we also have, if anybody has any technical questions or anything like that you'd like to bring forth in, or any other business you'd like to bring forth in that. Oh, and you know what? I almost forgot. Verna, KD9YUF also got her license this week, same day as Tony. She's kind of a mic shy, so you won't hear her for a while yet. But it's an appropriate call because she likes to cook. It's KD9YUM or KD9YUM. So okay, what was I going to say here? At also a Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. on the 145.450 repeater in Janesville, the PL of 123.0 miles offset, the Rock County Public Service net airs. And at 8:30 p.m. the Ogle County Apps Radio net airs. The guys down in Ogle County just started a new net a few months ago. That meets on the 147.165 repeater in Oregon with a PL 146.2 plus offset. And if they get done in time, they'll have a simplex net. They'll switch over to the 146.595 repeater. Not repeater, simplex frequency. They'll see how many stations they get on the simplex side, then they'll go back to the repeater for the 9 o'clock Ogle County Amps Radio net for Harry's Skywarn. So, okay.
KC9.
KC9GCR station call, and they'll come back.
Sorry about that, Jimmy. KC9CFL here. Whoever is in charge of our Facebook page for the Friday Night Fun Bet, can we have those nets listed on there if they are listening? That'd be awesome. Because I have a pen and paper to write them down when you list them off. It's wonderful that they're there, and I'm grateful that you list them off. I just never remember to have a pen and paper together.
I don't see why you can't. I think that'd be a good idea.
All right, if you talk to whoever's in charge of the Facebook page, that would be awesome if we can have them listed. That'd be amazing. KC9, CFL, we'll be monitoring.
Okay, I would have to talk to Ricky at WX9RLT. The only problem is he got railroaded into a job there at the Flying J. As a result, he's not able to do the Thursday evening Northern Illinois Skywarn training net. And there's let's see, and then Brad Smith is another. And I think I gotta get his call. I'm gonna tell you something, Mike. That guy's gone through so many calls tonight, it's pathetic. I'll find it here. The Crockett, you know what, as far as I'm concerned. We'll find it here. Oh boy. Yeah, it's Brad Smith, Alpha Hotel 2 India. Brad Smith, Alpha Hotel 2 India. And of course the other one is Ricky, WX9RLT. They're both in charge of the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page. But I think it's a good idea. I like that idea to have all the different nets posted. Mike, thank you very much for your suggestion. Okay, continuing on with the mention of all the other nets. Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. here in Freeport on the 147.390 repeater, PL 114.8 plus offset, we have our weekly Yacinta County Aries net. I'm the net control of that net. And at 7:30 p.m., the Greater Boyd Dance Radio Club holds its weekly net, Wednesday evening net, at 7:30 p.m. on the 147.120 repeater in Boyd with a PL 123.0 plus offset. At 8 p.m., once again here on Freeport on the 147.390 repeater, PL 114.8 plus offset. We have our Wednesday evening swap net. It runs from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. till all traffic is handled. Now, K9RFD and I share the duties as net control operator. I ran the net this past Wednesday. I think I had 9 check-ins, and you'll run the net next Wednesday. Mel also brings us Amateur Radio News Line. 15-minute independent news broadcast devoted entirely to amateur radio. Okay. Then, of course, Thursday evenings at 7 p.m. on this repeater, we got the second of the 2 health, second social net. I'm the net control of the Thursday evening net. And at 8 p.m. on 146.415 simplex. Chad, the W9AXD has the Rock County simplex net. Again, that meets on the 146.415 the simplex frequency. We were on 146.400. Unfortunately, I had interference on that frequency, so we decided to move to net. So we had a good turnout last night. They had 6 stations check-in. That was good. Once again, Rock County simplex net with the Chad W9HF at 8 p.m. on Thursdays on 146.415 simplex. Now, those of you on HF, we got the senile net. It's on it meets every Monday through Friday, 1,400 to 1,500 hours due, or 8 to 9 a.m. on 14.287 megahertz, 20 meters upper sideband. One moment, please. I keep forgetting to mention this net. There's a lunch bunch net. That's held every day, Monday through Friday, between the hours of 12 noon and 1 p.m. There's a swap net at 12:30 p.m. It's on the 145.430 repeater in DuPage County. That's a PL 107.2 minus on this. It's a W9DUP DuPage County repeater. That's where that lunch bunch net is on. I don't know why I keep hearing about that on the night watch net. And I thought, you know what, I keep forgetting to mention that net. Okay, now, you're all caught up to date on your local nets. Support your local net control operators, your local nets, your local repeaters. If you're a member of any ham radio club, by all means support your local club. Okay, at this time, do we have any more stations who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
KD9HKX, Larry in Moscow. Good evening, Jimmy. It's Larry.
AC9GO, good evening, Larry. I've got you checked in. Let me put you down. I'll get back to you. There was another station trying to check in. I want to get back to that other station. Other station, come back, please.
KD9HKX, the other Larry in Roscoe.
K9HKX, Larry and Roscoe. Got you checked in, Larry. I'll get back to you in a few minutes. I want to get to Larry, AC9GO. Okay. How is Verna coming along, Larry? Has she gotten over her stage fright or whatever yet?
Not quite yet there, Jimmy. But now she's saying that maybe she's going to wait till she gets her general license before she talks. I don't know. But she's working on that now. So don't be surprised if she comes up with it in another month or so.
Okay, well, that's fine. Well, she shouldn't have to wait that long. She can just go ahead and transmit there, that's for sure. Well, Larry, we're talking about the question tonight. You know, as you all know, school started this week for most areas. I'm going to ask the question, are you in favor of having school start in the mid to late August, or are you in favor of going back the way it used to be when we started after Labor Day?
Well, Jimmy, if they started later, they'd have to probably take out some of the breaks that they get along the way, like spring break and that sort of thing. You know, the requirement for the Illinois school systems is that they have 180 days, and I believe that's 180 days in front of the children. So it would, you know, if they took out all the other breaks and then, you know, ran a little later in the summertime, I suppose they could do it. But the way it stands, there'd have to be a lot of laws changed before that could ever be done. AC9GO, back to net.
Well, I agree. You know, some of those holidays, they need a hole in their head. So we'll just put it that way. So that's I remember we used to have Casimir Pulaski Day. Well, but I don't think they even have that anymore. I think that's gone by the board. Thank goodness. And that's about it. I mean, some of these holidays, yeah. And I'll tell you what, I still refer to it as Easter vacation, not spring break. That was the way it was when we went to school. We always called it Easter vacation. Christmas vacation was Christmas vacation, not winter break. That's the way I look at it. Thanks for checking in, Larry. Tell Verna, don't be so mic shy. So, okay, sounds good. Oh, yeah, Tony, K9YUK got on there. He checked in the net for the first time. 7-3, Larry, you have a good evening. Thanks for checking in. Now the other Larry, K9HKX. What's going on with you?
KC9GCR, KD9HKX. Not a whole lot going on here, Jim. I stayed inside most this week. It was just too blessed hot out there for me. Man, the humidity was so thick you'd take your breath away. A little too much. Other than that, with regards to your question tonight, I'd take a different tack, Jim. I think that they ought to go year-round school. It's just the kids lose so much when they take that long break at summertime. They have to catch up after they go back. So I'm in favor of year-round, but I think my grandkids might disagree with me, but I guess that's the way it goes. Back to you, KD9HKX.
You're not the only one that mentioned that. Yeah, I think it was Richard and Kerry K9MED and Richard N9ZO said the same thing too.
Yeah, it's been talked about by it's been talked about seriously by people along the way, but again, kind of like Larry, AC9GO said, it takes so much changes in laws, and then they'd have to renegotiate contracts with the teachers, and it'd be a difficult thing to accomplish, but I think it would benefit the kids.
Well, see what happens. That could be one of the topics. Now, you're net control tomorrow night on the Saturday evening rag tune net. You could probably continue this discussion on that net tomorrow night if you want to.
Actually, I'm going to go with what Larry, K9KZT, suggested last week. I'm going to talk about the bonus army, the bonus expeditionary force, back in whatever it was, 1930-31, and how the veterans were treated then, and then maybe explore, take it further, and how veterans have been treated, once they're out of the army, all the way through today. Just to get people's take on it. Different subject. Back to you.
I think that would be a good idea. I think something that Tony K9YUK was we talking about too. There's not enough history is being taught in the public schools. I think if he might be listening tomorrow, he can get an idea of what was going on and all that. Yes, I think that would be a great subject tomorrow night.
Well, the whole bonus army really intrigued me when I got to reading about it again here the last couple weeks, and there was there was certainly a variety of opinions on who made up that group. I think the general consensus is they were 99.9% veterans, but if you listen to General MacArthur, he thought they were all communists. So. Of course, unfortunately, I think some of our upper-ranking individuals thought half the country was communist at one point. KC9GCR, KD9HKX.
This is KC9GCR with the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Central and Freeport. Yeah, Dwight Eisenhower was an aide to General MacArthur. He even went with him. He tried to talk MacArthur into not doing certain stuff, but he would have none of it. And of course, Major George Patton commanded the cavalry. They were the ones that took their sabers and beat off all those people. They charged it with the horses and what have you. Yeah. That was I think that'd be a great topic tomorrow night. Thanks.
Well, I try to come up with different stuff like everybody else, and it sounds interesting to me. So hopefully everybody else will find it just as interesting, Jim. KD9HKX, clear.
I'm definitely going to be listening tomorrow night, Larry. Thanks. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Have a good evening. We'll talk to you tomorrow night. Any more stations you want to check in, please call now. Okay, well, I want to tell you about the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. Go to the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page, type in your call sign, follow instructions, and you'll be in business. You listen to past editions of the Friday Night Fun Net. You even listen to this one after my K9MED posted. So, okay, it's I don't know how many past editions of the net are on there, but I'll tell you what, you can listen all day, every day, or all night, every night. It's the Friday Night Fun Net every night of the week. Let's say it's 3 a.m. You can't sleep. I said I'm going to turn on the Friday Night Fun Net and listen to it. Maybe that'll put me to sleep. If that doesn't put you to sleep, nothing will. Then I want to tell you about oh yeah, you'll also see updated pictures of my ham shack. And you'll see pertinent information about the Friday Night Fun Net. You'll even see a weather report. So contact Ricky WX9RLT or Brad H at 2I, wherever his call is, and they'll get you started. Also, I want to tell you about the Friday Night Fun Net Central Hotline. Area code 815-232-FN. 232-3636, the local Freeport number. We had two hotlines, we had two check-ins tonight on the phone. I'm sure you heard that ring. When you heard that telephone ring, folks, that's a real telephone ring, folks, not that phony baloney telephone ring. See pictures of it on the Facebook page. It's a traditional red desktop touch-tone telephone. Okay. Do we have any more stations who'd like to check the Friday Night Fun Net this time? Please call now.
K9FLO.
K9FLO. Good evening, Dean. Kirk K9 has not checked in as of yet. Dean, what's going on with you?
Hi, Jimmy. Just working on a little bit of a project and thought I'd better break away and get down here and see how the net's going on this nice, pleasant Friday night. Certainly nicer than last night, the night before. So I have all of, believe it or not, 75 degrees here, but a lot better than what it has been. Kind of enjoying this there, Jimmy. Go ahead.
That's for sure. I'm gonna leave my air conditioner on for one more night, and I'm gonna turn it off. But tomorrow morning, I'm gonna turn all my fans on.
Well, you know it's good enough for that, so yeah, I'd go for it. You don't need to support our utilities any more than you have to, but sounds like a good idea.
That sounds good, Dean, I'm asking a question. Are you in favor of starting school in mid to late August, or are you in favor of starting school in September, after Labor Day?
Boy, interesting question. Well, of course, I'm from that generation that was after Labor Day. And if I remember right, wasn't our daylight savings time change and all that kind of tied in with that too? Kind of as part of that, I don't remember, but yeah, I guess whatever is safest now. Of course, nowadays times have changed so much that I don't know. Don't know a good answer to that nowadays, Jimmy.
Yeah. All that daylight saving time, they kept talking about having daylight saving time all year round, about making it the new standard time. But that there's no interest whatsoever in either House of Congress to pass it. So I think at the end of, at the beginning of November, we'll be going back to a standard time. So that's, I say either have daylight savings time the way it used to be from the last Sunday in April to the last Sunday in November, or let's get rid of it altogether.
Comments?
There's a comment there, Jimmy.
Was there a station with a comment? Go ahead.
KD9EPZ. Let's see. We've got a 100-foot roll of coax. If we cut 20 feet off one end and splice it onto the other end, do we have more coax?
I would say probably less, but I don't know. I never thought of it that way.
They're trying to convince us that they remove the clock, it's going to make more daylight. I'm just wondering.
Yeah, that's. I'll tell you what. It ain't gonna make no difference. It seems like that way, but you know the sun's going to rise and set on its own time. That's all there is to it. They're not gonna. It ain't gonna matter even if you like say, oh boy. I'd say about June 20th, the sun sets at 8:37 p.m. If we were on standard time, the sun sets at 7:37 p.m. And of course your daylight. Sunrise on the daylight time would be 5:20 a.m. On standard time would be 4:20 a.m. So it wouldn't make no difference one way or the other.
We'd probably still just sleep through it then.
I would. The heck with it.
Yeah, you're right, Jimmy. It probably wouldn't make any difference, and at this point in the stage, we probably really don't care either. I don't know, you know, years ago, of course, was for the kids' safety, but nowadays everything's changed, and to me it makes no difference, although I can see the benefit, you know, like if you're down in Florida, it doesn't make any difference down there, but up here it does. It makes substantial, but that's one of those things you adjust to and kind of whatever. And at this point, it's not an issue anymore. All I can say, we got September right around the corner here, and we're going to be reintroduced to Mother Nature on the opposite end of the temperature pole. KC9GCR, K9FO.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I don't like fall or winter. I wish we'd have summer year round. We'll put it that way.
Yeah, then we'd have to move to probably like Hawaii, but they've got their own issues there too. So I don't know. Every place has got issues. You know, I got a lot of friends down in Texas, and boy, they've been hammered by the heat this year. And they've complaining. So, and up here, it's been pretty nice. But we'll have our winters, and well, that's why we invented heating and air conditioning. So that should make us all happy then.
That's for sure. This is K9GCR, the Friday Night Fun Day on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun Day Central in Freeport. Let's see, Eugene, BE3SSR. Yesterday was his last day in the area, so he's going down to Texas to do some stuff. I told him, you wait till you run into that Texas weather, man. You're really gonna be sweating bullets and what have you.
Yeah, it's different down there for sure. We got a number of guys that check into the senile net that are down in the Dallas area, yeah, they've been going through that heat wave, and they're all from up here, and you know, it's all getting a matter of used to it, I guess, and we change our habits. You know, up here in January, we're throwing our heavy coats on, and either we stay in the house more, or we go outside, and we love the cold weather. And years ago, of course, we used to have a device called a snowmobile, but around here, that's pretty much something not available anymore. Or we still got our all-wheel drive vehicles, things like that. So we got our toys. So, you know, down there, that's one thing we can do up here. We can play with our winter toys, and it's probably a little bit easier than you can down there with their summer toys, because about all you can do is go out on the water, which is not a negative thing, but it's just totally different. So, anyway, Jimmy, that's about all the words of no sense tonight. KC9 GCR K9FLO.
That's for sure. Hey, we have we got the two new AM radio operators. Tony, KD9YUK, he checked into the net. He's a junior at Harlem High School. And Larry, H9GO, his better half, Verna, got her call. Her call's KD9YUM, or Young, because she likes to cook. So that's about it there.
Wow, congratulations to them if they're monitoring. That's very good news. And, you know, hearing that about the I think you mentioned about high school, you know, of course, years ago, and you remember this, we used to have ham radio in high school, and that was something that was promoted, a little more challenging back then to getting your license, but we had it then. Of course, now it's probably a naughty word, or it's like all the new modern terms. So, anyway, Jimmy, I'm going to jump out of here. I wanted to get in here before I missed you. Have a great week. Talk to you later, and I was going to ask you, are you going to be at the Belvedere Ham Fest, KC9 GCR K9FLO?
I'm going to try to be there. As a matter of trying to get a ride and get somebody to pick me up and to bring me back home again, but I'm definitely planning on it.
All right, very good. We're just wondering if we're going to make it. I think this year I'm going to be outside instead of inside having a table. So if you make it, great. But I'm sure we'll know long before the event, which is, we can safely say it's next month. Talk to you later, Jimmy. Take care, 7-3s, KC9 GCR K9FLO. Be clear.
That'll be 1 month away. Okay, Dean, 7-3, have a good evening. We'll talk to you next Friday night. K9 GCR, record. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Okay, are there any more stations who would like to check into the Friday Night Fun Net at this time? Please call now. Okay, at this time, I'm going to read the amateur's code. 1. The amateur is considerate. He never knowingly uses the air in such a way as to lessen the pleasure of others. 2. The amateur is loyal. He offers his loyalty, encouragement, and his support to his fellow radio amateurs, to the local club, and to the American Radio Relay League, to which amateur radio is represented. 3. The amateur is progressive. He keeps his station abreast of science. It is well-built and efficient. His operating practice is above reproach. 4. The amateur is friendly. Slow and patient sending when requested. Friendly advice and counsel to the beginner. Kindly assist cooperation, consideration for the interests of others. These are marks of the answer spirit. 5. The answer is balance. Radio is his hobby. He never allows it to interfere with any of his duties he owes to his home, his job, his school, or his community. And 6. The answer is patriotic. His knowledge and his station are always ready for the service of his country and his community. That's the answer's code. As Tony, K9RFD REC here in Stephen County always says. Something to look by not only on the radio, but throughout life itself. Okay, at this time, are there any more stations you'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. Okay, I want to thank Dan, N9DCH, the trustee of this repeater, and the members of the 195 group for allowing us to use this repeater to host the Friday Night Fun Net. I'm going to run down the list of stations who've checked in so far. Myself, K9GCR Net Control, KC9RGG, Early Bird checking. I don't know how I happened to miss him, but I was monitoring this repeater, and I didn't hear him try to call me at all. Okay, he's checked in. K9KCT, Larry in Rockford, W9JTC, AC9NW, AE9EU, WI9HF, N9OTC, K9QPL, N9ZXK, Bob Mile Westby, N9GLY Austin. That was the station I had problems trying to pick up. K9 KWR, Don Boyd, K9YBG, Dylan Robert, W3MDX, Matt, the new kid on the block, KD9YUK, Tony, thank you for checking in, K9MED, Mike, Don Rochelle was live streaming this net on the internet and recording it for future replay on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. K9MED, Carrie, the Duke of Digital DX, N9ZO Richard, the SWATnet traffic, K9DDF John Elgin, and let's see, K9SD Pat and Warren, who checked it on the Friday Night Fun Net hotline, or so did John, but he tried to check it on the radio. So I've got John down as a radio check-in, so okay. K9EPC, Alan Rochelle, K9CFL, Mike and Rock, K9YI, Tom Monroe, H9GO Larry, KD9HKX, the other Larry in Rockton, and Love Spark, I should say. Oh, well, K9FLO Dean in Roscoe. How many check-ins, Sonny? How many check-ins I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 on-air check-ins, 1 early bird check-in, and 1 Friday Night Fun Net hotline check-in. That's a grand total of 26 check-ins. Are there any more stations who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now.
KD9SAZ, Daniel Rockford checking in. Short time, got to run. Just had to make sure we could get in here and check in real quick, Jimmy.
K9SAZ, okay, Daniel, I've got you checked in. Thanks for checking in. Have a good evening. Enjoy your weekend. We'll talk to you down the hall. Thanks for checking in. Any more stations want to check in? Please go now. have any additional questions, comments, or any input, or any traffic you'd like to bring before the next? Okay, I'm going to do my honorary check-ins now. Kurt, KD9MED. HD honorary check-in. Okay. Now we're going to do, let's see. N9RB, Tony, our EC here in Stevens County. HC for honorary check-in. And it's better have Tracy. N9GAB. HC honorary check-in. And we mustn't forget the beautiful Kishwaukee River Yacht Club south of Rockford. Scott, A9. Lower Fox, HC, honorary check-in. K9FDO, Justin, HC honorary check-in. Richard did N9ZO check-in earlier, so I don't have to put him down as honorary check-in. So, okay. KD9, LOA, Brandon, in Rural Arena, HC honorary check-in. KD9, OVJ, John, HC honorary check-in. You had swapped that traffic earlier, so. Okay. EC9 KZ, HC honorary check-in. W9AXD HC honorary check-in. ICH, Robert, HC honorary check-in. Okay. Okay, who else? I'm trying to think. This is K9GCR with the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Central Order in Freeport. It is now 10 p.m. curfew time. Parents, you know where your children are at. Lockdown, lockdown. Winnebago County Jail is now going into lockdown. They go into lockdown every night at this time. I remember K9MED was telling me he monitors the jail frequency on the scanner. At the dispatch radios, all the corrections officers at 10 o'clock. Lockdown. Time to put the jailbirds to bed. Lights out. Good night, jailbirds. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Do we have any more stations who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun at this time? Please call now. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, I want to thank everybody for checking in. It's a great topic tonight. You start school in the middle of August or started Labor Day. I think we had a lot of interesting comments about that. So, okay. Okay, be sure you tell your mothers, your fathers, your sons and daughters, your brothers and sisters, your aunts and uncles, your nieces, your nephews, your grandparents, your in-laws, your neighbors across the street, down the street, next door. Be sure you tell your butcher, your baker, your candlestick maker. Be sure you tell clerk behind the checkout counter at your grocery store. Be sure to tell the clerk behind the counter at your convenience store. Be sure to tell your waiters, your waitresses, and your bartenders at your friendly neighborhood bars, restaurants, taverns, or pubs. Be sure to tell the clerk behind the counter at your local post office when you buy your stamps or envelopes. Be sure to tell your cashier behind the counter when you go to your bank to withdraw money. Be sure to tell your stockbroker, your new car dealer, your used car dealer, your garage mechanic. Be sure you tell the members of your local PTA or PTO. Be sure you tell your priests, your ministers, your rabbis, your mullahs, your ayatollahs, or your imams. Be sure you tell your divorce lawyer, your probation officer, your parole officer. Be sure you tell your boyfriends, your ex-boyfriends, your girlfriends, your ex-girlfriends, your husbands, your wives, your ex-husbands, your ex-wives, your ex-in-laws, of course, your old ladies about the Friday night fun. The more check-ins the better than that. Make sure you have valid FCC license before you check in. Sorry, folks, we do not take check-ins from jailbirds, jammers, potty moms, crackheads, dopeheads, potheads, telemarketers. If you sit in the clubhouse, take a knee or clench your fist when the national anthem is being played, we don't take your check-ins. If you don't back the blue, we don't take your check-ins. As plain and simple as that. Well, folks, this has been another successful Friday Night Fun Day. I want to thank everybody for checking in. With that, this is the last call for 8 stations who want to check the Friday Night Fun Net from anywhere in the region. With around traffic, please call K9GCR. Last call for Ratchet Jaw. Okay, tune in again next week, same time, same repeater for another edition of the Friday Night Fun Net. Until then, this is Jim, K9GCR, now closing down this Friday, August 25th, 2023 edition of the Friday Night Fun Net. And return the repeater to frequency normal and radio use at 10:04 p.m. Central Daylight Time, 3 hours, 4 minutes Zulu time with an unofficial count of 37 check-ins. What do I want to say? Oh yeah, Mike, K9MED is going to post the net here in a couple minutes here. 7-3s, everybody, have a good evening. We will talk to you next week. This is K9GCR will be clear. 7-3s to all, and to all a good night. This net is now closed. K9GCR. KD9MED, KD9MED, K9GCR.
KD9MED.
Go ahead and post it, Mike. 2 hours, on a 2 hour, 4 minute net, unofficial count of 37 check-ins.
All right, Jimmy, we'll go ahead and get it posted as soon as we shut down the live stream.
Thanks for everything you do there, Mike. Catch you next Friday. K9GCR will be clear.
All righty, KD9MED clear.
KD9YUK, KD9YUK, K9GCR.